Even if you love what you do every single day, you can't pay the rent with a smile. You got to get that cash coming in. So today we're going to talk about a range of tools that you could use to take payments through your Canva sales page, including two that you may not have thought about. And if you hang around till the end of the video, I'm going to show you a really quick trick that will help make digital payments quicker and easier using Canva or any of the other checkouts that you choose to use. Welcome folks, I am Wayne, I'm a creative director and a brand designer, and I help you to make a beautiful impact with your business. So today we're going to be talking about ways to get paid through your Canva sales page. Now obviously the first thing you need is a kick-ass, beautiful Canva sales page, which of course you could create using my free Canva sales page template, which you can download. The link is in the description or on the screen right now. But once you've done that and you've customized your sales page and it's ready to go, you need to get it out there and you need to get paid. Now Canva doesn't have a built-in checkout function, but that just means that you get to choose which checkout function works for you. And all you do is create a simple link from your Canva sales page to that checkout. A couple of things to note. Obviously this list is not exhaustive. These are just the tools that I know well, that I know work and I know are reliable. And there are new tools and new platforms that are being created every single day now. So this is just what I know works, and hopefully this will give you a good starting point. When you're evaluating these different tools, it helps to think about a few things and evaluate them based on that. And the first is obviously, what kind of offers can you sell? Is it just for digital products, or can you sell services there? That might make a big difference for you. The other is obviously the monthly cost. You have to consider what you need to pay every single month, regardless of whether sales are coming in or not, and also how much that will change if you grow, because starting on a low plan may be great, but if you grow a little, you may suddenly find that the costs of that platform are huge. The other is transaction costs. So think about how much they take per transaction, because a lot of the platforms do that, and we'll touch on that briefly. Also think about ease of use and ease of setup. Is it easy for you to create products on there and get them going really quickly and easily? And obviously, is it easy for people to use? And then the other thing to think about is also how it integrates with you and your systems and how you want to own the information about your customers. So selling everything through a platform is great, but if they have all the details, you're kind of tied into them. You can't market to those customers anywhere else. So you need to be able to access that information, and some of these tools make that easier than others. So the first and most obvious place to create a checkout for your Canva sales page or your product would be an online marketplace that already exists. So I'm talking about things like Etsy or Creative Market or even Gumroad, places that already have a big audience of their own. Now, you kind of pay for the privilege of having access to that audience because a lot of them have really high transaction fees. So every time you make a sale, they take quite a big percentage of it. But you do get access to their whole existing audience, and they do a lot of marketing for themselves, so you benefit from that. Now, those fees can vary anything from 6.5% on Etsy to 40% on some Creative Market products, but it depends on what you get from that, and that's something you have to evaluate for yourself. The other thing, of course, to consider is that some of those may not be ideal for things like coaching packages. They may be great for just delivering digital projects, but you need to decide what works for you. And those platforms can provide a great established base, but as I say, you kind of pay for the privilege on that. Also, as I mentioned earlier, you would still have to have some kind of email marketing platform that you use if you want to continue building a community and marketing to people beyond that first sale that they have with you. Another really easy way to set up a checkout that is reliable, secure, and really can handle anything you throw at it is by using the checkout systems or the checkout tools provided by your payment processor. So these are the guys that actually provide the kind of payment processing behind some of the bigger sites like Etsy or Creative Market, etc. So for example, Stripe, Square, and even PayPal have checkout functions that you can use where you could create a product on their platform and just get a link for people to go to that link and pay. It's not a whole website and you don't have to build a whole system behind it. It is just for you to host your products and sell directly through them. And the way that they make money from that is that they take a percentage of each transaction. But they tend to take those kind of transaction costs based on any platform that you use if people are buying by credit card. And so that's a kind of standard fee that really just becomes a cost of doing business online. But Stripe and Square and PayPal have really slick, good-looking checkouts, so it's worth investigating which of those works for you and your region. Another really good thing about using systems like that is that they tend to give you access or give your customers access to a different way to pay or more ways to pay. So for example, things like Stripe and those kind of things with their checkout, you have the access to add Klarna, which is a tool that's become really popular for spreading out your payments. And some of them will allow you to use Apple Pay and Google Pay or to accept those methods of payment, whereas some of the other platforms are very specific about what you can and can't take in terms of payment. The third option to think about is using the checkout function of an online course platform. Now, this is obvious if you are selling a course or a program, but most of these platforms also allow you to create offers that are either services or sometimes even physical products, and you can just use the checkout function of that tool and send people directly to that checkout page where they can then just enter their details and pay. Now, those are great, and some of those are similar to all-in-one platforms like Samcart, which is essentially an e-commerce platform, but a lot of those have really high monthly costs. So things like Samcart and even Kajabi, which is almost an all-in-one platform because it has email built into it, they can start get really expensive. Kajabi, the monthly costs are pretty high, and if you grow beyond a certain number of products, they go up very, very quickly. So that's great if you're already looking at investing into somewhere that you're going to host your course, but it's something to look out for, and they do have really good checkout functions built into those. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I am a huge fan of Teachery. Teachery is essentially an online course hosting platform, but they have made it really simple for you to sell anything through their checkout. Basically, you would just set up any product or offer as a course on their site. And they have incredible help documentation that walks you through step by step how to do that. The other thing with Teachery is, apart from their incredible help and their incredible community around them, is that Teachery has a relatively low monthly fee. The value that you get through Teachery's monthly fee is incredible, and they don't have different tiers either. You pay one price and you get access to all of their products. So there isn't a constant upsell to try and get you to go to the next level within their platform. There are also a few dedicated kind of checkout tools. And one of them that pops to mind, because it's one of the most popularly used online, is Thrivecart. Now, Thrivecart basically is a checkout function, and you can tie it to any website, any platform, any sales page that you want. It's incredibly popular and really powerful. Now, they do usually have a monthly fee, but at the moment I noticed that they're doing a lifetime deal where you pay for a year up front, and basically it's then free for you to use forever after that. But I do know that they're really popular, it's really flexible, you can do upsells and all sorts of things with it. And if you buy into that lifetime deal, you will get any kind of updates and improvements that they make to the platform going forward. So Thrivecart is a really good option, and as I say, really robust, really popular, and I know a lot of people who use it and absolutely love it. One of the exceptions I did want to mention when we're talking about all-in-one tools or e-commerce solutions is Shopify. Now, Shopify, obviously, you can build an entire site on Shopify, and a lot of people have used that for everything they do online. But if you don't want that monthly fee to be too high, Shopify actually have a starter plan, which is currently just £5 a month, and it basically allows you to set up checkout for your products and services, and you can take payments through Shopify without having to build or create an entire site and pay for that every month. It's really clever because they're keeping it really low, but they know that people will grow with them. But it's also very slick, and again, targeted at digital creators, small businesses, and everything is easily integrated into being able to sell on Instagram and other social media platforms, and all mobile responsive so that it's easy for people to click and buy really quickly and easily. Now, as I mentioned before, I think it's really important that you have access to and own the information or the community or the audience that you're building up through selling these products or services. So the next two tools that I want to talk about in terms of using them as a checkout are geared towards that side of things primarily. And the first is ConvertKit, which is an email marketing tool. Now, ConvertKit is made for creators. It's made for people who are digital creators. It is so well focused on that audience. And it does have a checkout function or a commerce function where you can simply create a product on there, fill in a few details, and you can even add upsells and things like that. And you can then just take payment directly through ConvertKit. It's really simple and easy to add the products. And as I say, the great thing is that you are working then within an email marketing tool. So you have access to all of your customers' information, you know what they've bought, you can easily market to them, talk to them, communicate, and build that audience no matter what other platforms you're on. The other great thing about ConvertKit's commerce function is that it's actually available on their free plan as well. So check that out. Again, there is a link in the description below. They're one of the email tools that I use, and they are, as I say, really geared towards small creators. So they are a great alternative. And again, you can just link directly to their checkout from your Canva sales page, and it can be a really quick and smooth option for your customers. The second tool in this category of tools is also an email marketing tool, and it's called Flowdesk. Now, I probably mentioned them before. Flowdesk have built an outstanding reputation for, again, creating really simple and beautiful emails that you can send out, customize, and make it look good really easily. And they now have, although it's still in beta, they now have a checkout function. And in line with what they've done with the rest of their products, it is really good. Not only is it so easy to add information, add details, and create this product, but you can add upsells, you can deliver the product directly through that checkout function. And although they don't have a free plan, their monthly cost is really good value considering everything you get with Flowdesk. And as I say, it's really so easy to make things look really great, look beautiful, using their new checkout function. And then of course you have the email functionality built into that platform so that you can grow an audience and you can market to them really easily, and you own their details and you're not reliant on another e-commerce platform. Now, 2 ways to take payments that you may not have thought of. Now, the first one is a tool called Ko-fi. Now, essentially, Ko-fi was set up as a way that digital communities and audiences could reward or tip or support digital creators. Essentially, it started almost as like an online tip jar with this idea of buying me a coffee. But they've since developed, and you can now actually sell products on their platform, as well as taking commissions, selling services. And it's a really slick, easy setup, and also they take one of the lowest transaction fees that I've seen on any of the other tools. I love their ethos of supporting small creators, and it's really quick and simple to set up, and it's specifically geared towards mobile sales as well. And then secondly, there is another way that a lot of people don't think about in terms of taking payment. Now, this would really only work if you're selling a very limited quantity product or something that's really exclusive, maybe a high-ticket coaching program where you're only looking for 8 or 10 people, or even if you're doing something that's a service but that you know you're only targeting a very small group of people with a sales page. And that is to, instead of having a buy now button on your sales page, get people to email you directly. Now, maybe they could fill out a form, or they could just send you an email to say that they're interested. What you would do then is you would then send them a link if they were the right person for you, for them to buy. And you could do that through a paypal.me link, which means that you just send them a link back with the amount that they need to pay, and they click on that link and pay instantly. So you don't actually even have to set up a product function on any of those checkout pages. Obviously, this wouldn't work if you're targeting a lot of people, but for a small audience or for a very targeted product or service, it could be a really cool way of making it feel almost like a guest list only or exclusive product or service that you're selling. So those are the suggestions I have for tools that could make a really easy option for you to create a checkout directly from your Canva sales page. To say thank you for hanging around to the end of this video, I wanted to show you a really quick trick to make it quick and easy and frictionless for anyone to buy from you, no matter which of those checkout options you use. And that's by creating a QR code which links directly to your checkout. And I'm going to show you how to do that in seconds in Canva. Creating a QR code in Canva really couldn't be easier. We're just going to go to the Apps button on the left-hand side, and then in the search bar for apps, we're literally just going to type in QR, and it will bring up all these options. If I click on QR code, you'll see that there are a number of different tools that you can use to create a QR code. I'm just going to use the first one. It's the simplest and easiest. And when I click on that, it's going to ask me whether I want to use it in an existing design or a new design. Now, I'm going to copy and paste this into a sales page anyway, so I'll just say in a new design, and I'll say an Instagram post to make it easy. Now, as soon as we enter that new design, it then on the left-hand side gives me an option to add in the URL for my checkout. Now, I've created a demo checkout here, and this is just in Flowdesk. So you can see people will be able to enter their contact details and card number and pay. There's a testimonial, there's a bonus offer. Really easy, and it looks great. On the top here, where the Publish button is, they have the Published link, which is essentially the link that goes directly to this checkout page. I'm going to copy that, go back into Canva, and I'm going to enter the URL into this box here and click Generate Code. And it will automatically generate a QR code that, when scanned, will go directly to my checkout page. And what you can do is you can then just copy and paste this directly into your sales page, so that when people are on your sales page, particularly on desktop, they can just scan it and go directly to checkout. Now, another way to make sure that it's really usable on that sales page is to click on the image of the QR code itself, right click, choose link, and paste in that checkout link again. And it now means that this image, when viewed in that sales page, will be clickable by someone who is viewing it on a mobile, and it'll take them to the checkout, or be scannable by someone who is seeing it on desktop and using their phone to scan the QR code. Now, apart from having that QR code on your sales page, of course, you could also download that, keep it on your phone, so that you could even make sales directly using that link when you're at an event or networking, or even if you're having a meeting before you're actually going to get somebody to sign up to maybe your program or coaching services. So it's a really slick way to make the whole thing really frictionless and just feel really easy for people, so that there is no need for them to even go and type into a browser. They literally just scan it with their phone and they're in. So that's it from me, folks. I have linked to all the tools that I've mentioned in this video below in the description. For some of those tools, I am an affiliate, so I have some special offers like 50% off for a certain time or extended trial periods, but all of them are linked below, whether I'm an affiliate or not, so please investigate them, try them out, and see which one works best for you. If you found this helpful, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like and subscribe button, because it lets me know that you want more information like this and videos like this, and it also obviously helps as a small creator to get any of those likes and subscribes on YouTube. Also, please sign up for my newsletter. It goes out every single week, my design digest, with tips and tools and resources, and also telling you what tutorials are available and when new product sales are launching. Thank you again for being here, folks. I really appreciate it, and I hope this was helpful to you, and have a fabulous day.